Any feedback there? Can you see that? This is all kind of okay. Okay, GG. So here we go. Let's do this. Greetings and salutations, everybody. Much love to everybody. Welcome to the show. We have Snibro here, and myself and Pedro. Snibro, do you want to say hello to people?
What's up, guys?
We also have Pedro here, which is the lead 2D graphic designer of this most amazing game called The Mean Greens. Say hello, Pedro.
Hello, everyone.
Nice. Thank you so much for accepting this this interview. Like I said, we're not, I just play video games on the side, and I've played this game a lot, and I love it very much. And Snibro, I know, plays this game a lot. He streams this game a lot. He has a lot of fun playing this game a lot. And I guess we kind of thought, what else can we do as streamers and as broadcasters to kind of support the game and give it a little bit more airtime than just us, playing the game, I guess. So thank you to Ashton for hooking us up with you, and thank you for finding the time to be here and to answer some of our questions, I guess, and to be in tune with the community. Snibro, do you wanna shoot off with a question?
Yeah, I'm curious how the team interprets the success they've had with the game. Like, are you pleased with how it's gone so far, in terms of like sales and all that?
I just wanted to first thank you both for this opportunity, and it's very good to be here with you guys, with the fans of our game, and to explain our situation right now, the game's success and everything else that's been going on right now. Everything has been going rather nicely since it's our first game coming out. This time we have other fun games, but I won't discuss that right now. But this has been going pretty well so far, and the reception has been great for the most part. We are trying to make it even a better experience for everyone and try to make it just going to another level of making a game much more easier for everyone to play with, and fixing servers and all that kind of stuff. Since I'm just a 2D artist, I'm not a programmer. I cannot go into details about like all that works and all that kind of stuff. But it's been very well received. Mainly the graphics.
Yes.
I think we did a very good job at it, and that's one of the things I'm most proud of our game, since I've been there as well as managing some of the levels designs alongside with Ashton, and we have been trying to just do that, trying to please everyone, answering everyone's questions when there's a problem and everything. So far it's been well received, although we are lacking a bit of how do you say it? Feedback from the gamers community still,
Okay.
which is kind of weird, and we are kind of battling against that
Where
now to see what we can do.
How is it possible for the community to give you guys feedback? How can the average gamer that spent some money on this game, that loves the game, that has an opinion about the game, how can they get in contact with you guys, with the devs, and leave you with some feedback?
The best possible option for like giving feedback is on the Steam forum page.
Okay.
We have someone that's reading everyone's messages. We are not just ignoring.
Good.
We are not ignoring people there. We are actually reading your messages and answering a lot of the questions that have been said. We are sorry if we cannot get to everyone. We are, again, saying this that has been said in the forums. We are a small team of 10 to 12 people.
Wow.
And yes, it's a very small team, and it's very hard to us to get everything done. Like one of the big teams who have like 100 people working for releases of their games and things like that. But if they want to talk to us or comment about anything about the game, the forums are open to everyone to
Great.
suggest anything they want, and we will read and answer you eventually when
The time is right.
when we have time free.
For
Because
sure.
we are since the release we started working on the new levels and stuff like that, so it's gonna get like really busy right now, but we are still listening to the community very much every day.
Great, great. I think it's fantastic, Pedro. I'll tell you this. Like I said, I play this game pretty much every day. Snibro
That's
plays this
amazing.
game pretty much every day. And I know Snibro streams this game pretty much every single day. So we meet we meet a lot of new players that a lot of people end up playing the game for a whole day. And we find these brand spanking noobs, I guess. And the two things that when I ask them, you know, what is it that they enjoy about the game, easy peasy, the two favorite aspects that people come with their feedback to us as gamers is the graphics and the sound. I think those two aspects, we're listening to the soundtrack as we're doing the interview on the stream, so you're not hearing it, I'm afraid, Pedro, on
Yeah, but
Skype.
I know the soundtrack
For
very
sure.
well.
But those two things, the graphic with which you're obviously directly responsible with, and the sound, those two components are just such a breath of fresh air, and I think it just makes the game touch home on a very nostalgic level very easily. I think it's fantastic. People who buy the game immediately have this impression. It's great. So
Thank you. This is one of our strongest points that we try to achieve since the beginning of our game. And I'm very pleased to hear that people, when they see the game, they're impressed by the artwork and the levels and the music. It's very great to hear about that because it means a lot to me, since I'm the 2D artist, the team lead artist. So
for sure, Mindscape here is in the stream saying that he loves the attention to detail that the world has. It's small little things which we all remember from our childhood, I guess, that just make this game again just touch home. It's not the Call of Duty hardcore in your face warfare thing. It's this beautiful touch of home, I guess, of our childhood, everybody's childhood. Is somehow incorporated in each map. And I think that is, from a creative standpoint, amazing for you guys. Like, how? Let me head to my next question, I guess. How do you guys, or how did you guys come together as a team? I understand that there are people in Australia involved, there are people in Canada involved, there are people in America involved, and obviously you in Portugal. How do you guys come together as a team, as a very, very small team, and how did you creatively come up with a map design and let's make the graphic look like this? And how was that kind of born, I guess?
It's going to be a very long response.
Good.
So I'll break it down. First, the creation of the idea of the game was made by Ashton Anderson. He is the one that gave the idea and wanted to go forward with that idea. After he planned down some of the parts that he wanted the game to be like, he started contacting his old team that he had before when he worked on Primal Carnage, which is where I met him. And,
okay.
Yes, I worked with him during a few years, so we knew each other already from way back from that game.
Okay.
And some of our team members are from that game as well that we worked on. So everyone already knew each other almost. We have our 3D artists, Sam, and let me see which other members are the ones that because we had some other new members coming in. Gotta see. Oh, it's down to 7 right now. I think Sam is one of the new members, and there's another 3D artist who did the characters as well that came in new. That was new to the team.
Okay.
But we kind of gather like talents and people that are in interest for this game, and Ashton gathered these type of people that wanted to do something like. How do I say this in a decent way? An indie game with like higher quality in graphics, which is hard to come by, and you need like experience already in the industry to do this kind of stuff already. So when we worked on Primal Carnage before, we gained that type of experience to carry on to this game, which proved very useful, and.
Great stuff.
So that's how the team came together. There's people who already knew us from the other game also that contacted us, and then we did an art test or program test or those kind of things to see if they fit the profile that we wanted to make this game. And then we started just working as we went. Since we are an indie team, it's we have a very freedom, we have a lot of space of creativity that we can play with.
Fantastic.
So that's why we love the way we did things different from Call of Duty and Battlefield, those type of games which are more warfare kind of things that you just talked about, and we wanted to get away from that and do something more fun, more gameplay towards like playing in your home as a child. Because we wanted to bring like this nostalgia to everyone back of our times when we were kids and we had these plastic soldiers, and we thought, oh man, it'd be so cool if we could animate them and make them like fight each other on these like really huge scale environments that we find in our homes, can be in the room, a living room, or just a fish tank. What we have the fish tank level, or the kitchen, and all those kind of things going around. So it was a very exciting project because we had a lot of freedom to experiment that, and you don't find that kind of much. You don't find that much freedom if it was like a bigger tile. So that's why indie teams sometimes can come up with ideas like this and make it work out because there's more freedom, but also it comes with a risk that it's a new product and it might not be well received by the market, but even so we went with it and we tried it, and this is the final result. We got a lot of details that went into the levels. As a team, since we are a small team, we all discussed openly with each other, be it programmer or the guy who did the soundtrack, or the guy that did the 3D, or the level designers. We, as a team, had the opportunity, since it was small, to sit down and talk about the level designs and how we're gonna do things, and we get feedback from each others. So we try to help everyone out as much as possible, and so far it has worked well. As you can see, the game came out with this real high quality. At least I like to think it's high quality compared to most indie games out there. because it was hard to do and a lot of error and trial. But I think it was totally worth it.
For sure. Snibro.
What do you think were some of the hardest parts to do in the game from your like area of expertise? Maybe like reflection maps or something?
Reflection maps is more. That was more done for the 3D artists and the programmers that were implementing the maps in the engine for the models and the environments to work all together. My part was more of a visual design. Saying the map as, like, for example, map as a color schematic, like the fish tank, for example. There's a schematic of colors that you have water that's translucent, but you still have some light coming in. But to make it more cartoony feel, we made it a bit more bluish kind of thing, and that's the kind of thing that I was doing, and also concept arts for the levels as well, and the design for the UI, and a lot of the textures you see on the kitchen and other levels, like the freezer. I did all the textures for the models, like the food stamps and Sam's Pizza and that kind of stuff. So that's all edited and then done by me. Our 3 artists, Sam also did a lot of the other textures, so we were kind of like dividing the work between ourselves. What else? Also the visualization for the art table and what was football table? Yeah, football level were like one of the most like creatives I think in the game we have, and actually the tabletop as well, because he had things that were not real. We had to invent a lot of props and a lot of like different models for that and textures that you don't usually see inside of someone's zone. So those like 3 levels is we had to really create a new kind of environment feel, and that added fit of our style. For example, the Tabletop Wars map has this huge box of the Mean Greens game, tabletop boards. So that kind of level, we went about it just like, okay, so if we're gonna do a tabletop kind of game, we need to make it themed based on the what we are doing. So what you're gonna do is grab already what we have and make a small simulation. I like to say it's a small simulation that looks like Call of Duty, but it's not Call of Duty because we use buildings like paper mache buildings. I think that's what you call them, or just paper buildings with textures of like real buildings that were hand drawn and painted on top of it, on top of the models. Yeah, so a lot of we made a lot of decisions about the art work for this game, based around like I said before, around the house feel, that feel that you're a child as well. So a lot of things are cartoonish, kind of, and semi-realistic. As you can see on the kitchen map, like you have this stove, right? And you go through the stove, and you have these like big flames that are eating up the pans, and really trying to make it feel you are a very small thing going through these huge levels and running through them, and you feel like, oh man, this could be like a totally real world, you know?
Yeah.
So we try to push the graphics also to represent that.
That's great. Let me just carry on here with getting the chat involved as much as possible. Mindscape also speaks about the the fact that the game is currently at $15 right now, which he finds is good value. And his question is, how did you guys? I'm sure this is more directed at Ashton at the end of the day, but like, how did you guys come up with that kind of a number, like that kind of a value for the product that you guys are putting out there?
Can I be honest on this part?
Please, with every question, question.
I'm not gonna speak for the whole team, my whole team. I'm gonna speak on my perspective view. But I was grabbing that point that our game has a bit more quality than most indie games, and the price came at a risk that we have seen that kind of hurts us a bit. But I believe we are a game that has a bit more quality than most indie teams because of the graphics and the dedication we took towards making this game. As we can see, a lot of games that are like for $10 do not have this type of quality, graphics or animations, programming, and level designs.
Yeah, there's a lot of indie work out there which is kind of at the same price range with a lot less, I guess, attention to detail and know-how, I guess, involved there. Is that what you're saying there, Pedro?
Yes.
Yeah, for
that's
sure.
exactly right. So we decided to go a bit higher than the normal range for indie team games, which was 10 for $15. We could have gone higher, like some other games are doing bluntly on Steam, that have like even less content than ours.
Yeah. We have Spahi here. I'm sorry, Pedro. Spahi is I don't know if do you follow the game as far as like Twitch goes? You personally, maybe you guys on the team. Spahi is a person that plays this game insanely good. I would easily say he is one of the best players in the world at one of your games. So he's from Sweden, and I hate it every time I have to face him in the game. And I'm sure Snibro will not let me lie on his behalf here. Like it's a pain in the ass to play against Spahi. He is right, Snee.
Yeah.
He's exceptionally good. So much so that the video that we've been watching for the first parts of the stream here is actually Spahi's footage, which he has on YouTube. He's very, very good at this game. He has a question here for you with regards also to the price. He says, have you thought about reducing the price and adding cases and skins using the Steam community market? That seems to have gone really well for CSGO and now also for H1Z1.
To answer that question, we are thinking of lowering the price to $10 because we seem to hit a wall right now that people are not willing to pay for a game the price set that we set right now, and we are going to be lowering the price at a later date perhaps. It's something that it's opened, but we still need to discuss it a bit more and see what happens. But it is something that we are considering, yes. As for the skins and other things that we can add for customizations, it's something that I do not know what's gonna happen.
Okay.
That's something that that we haven't really considered. We have done. We just launched Steam trading cards this week, I believe, and
awesome!
In that kind of thing, like. It's very hard, like giving skins and all those kind of like I'm gonna say they are tribal things because we have like a small team and we want to actually make more maps. So we are gonna put our resources towards doing like more maps and more bigger content than smaller little things, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah, for sure. Excellent. Oh, that sounds really, really good. I don't want to say too. I don't want to go too far off from the mean greens here. But since I did mention H1Z1, I personally play this game as well. I think it's amazing how the great majority of players that play this game also play H1Z1. I personally find that rather interesting, to say the least. But yes, I think.
Is that true?
Yeah, there are a lot of. I know Snibro plays this game, Sparhix plays this game, Callisto plays this game, and H1Z1. There are a lot of people that play both games. Don't you find, Snibro?
Yeah, definitely. I don't know if it's maybe something to do with some of the H1Z1 streamers like endorsing the game a little bit. I know Manpon's definitely was behind Mean Greens. He really pushed it. Like,
oh
to
yeah,
get his
oh
subs to
awesome,
buy it and stuff.
Oh
Yeah.
nice, I did not know that. Oh fantastic. Oh good shit, good shit.
That's I didn't know that also. That's very good. Nice. I do not know what to say about that though. I believe people have like very specific tastes, and also I also believe that our game is gonna do better on consoles because it has been a huge request for this type of game because it's a shooting up kind of game, FPS, shooting up third-person view, and I think that works. We are expecting to work better for consoles when we release it.
When's that going to happen? Are you guys ready? Is that
I can tell you only that we are working towards the release for consoles, and so far we're gonna add more content like maps for that release, and we are trying to see what's gonna happen afterwards. I do not know if I can announce more than that.
Yeah, for sure. I think as far as, I mean, we're obviously very PC heavy here. I think as far as the console aspect goes, the Mean Greens is going to do really well because again, there's the choices that the console universe has is minute. I think it's just going to explode over there.
We hope you were right. I hope you're right. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
The prices will be
also the PC.
Go ahead. So I do apologize.
Again, that's no worries. Go ahead.
I was just going to say the prices will obviously be different for PC versions and console prices. I think maybe an idea here would be to kind of if people buy a PS4 version of this game, maybe hook them up with a PC CD key, and allow them to also get into the PC universe. Because obviously, I as the PC gamer, I would love for that population just to it needs to explode. I think it's going to be great that people get to play this on their consoles. But what the PC world needs, what I almost demand, is just more players. I know Spahi was asking me this yesterday. How do you guys plan on just like having more people come into the game and staying with the game?
We have again, there's like something that we have planned, and I'm not entirely sure if I can talk about it.
Okay.
But we have some conventions that we are going to attend this year
Fantastic.
very soon. And we are hoping that's going to bring a new wave of community inside to the game, and for everyone to have more people to play with. And
fantastic.
And we are waiting also for responses from the actual game magazines, GameSpot, and all those places for for some coverage because it seems to be again we do not know what's happening right now. So things that are going slowly. That's the only thing I can assure you about. We are trying our hardest to keep it alive and bring more players. But since we are a small team and it's very hard to keep doing everything at the same time.
Roger that.
So I just want to say sorry to everyone here.
No, thank you for being here. No, you're giving us a lot. You're giving us so much. Let's just continue with chat here. Mindscape also, he's very curious. I guess I am as well. Mindscape asks, how are you developers paid? Do you get a percentage on sales, or are you paid like a contractor?
Again, that's a question I'm not allowed to talk about.
Fine, we'll jump on to another one. Will we be able to play against console players on PC?
I believe you are going to be able to. You'd be very unfair if PC players could not play against the majority of players on consoles if that happens in the future. So it is something that we are considering doing it right from the start.
Fantastic.
For everyone to enjoy their experience.
Wow.
In the game.
So the PC gamers get to play against the aim assist players on the consoles?
I believe so. I believe so, but do not take my word for it. I'm just the 2D lead artist, so I am not a programmer. Those are the ones that are gonna say and know those kind of things in the future, since we are working towards bringing a more better experience for everyone.
Go ahead, Snibro. You want to say something real bad?
I mean, as much as I would love to have that console fodder in there to just beat on, I feel like it would be hopeless for them. It would probably like really hurt your sales overall. When console people got in there, and the shooting, it's so tight, it's so snappy. Like,
yeah,
you know, on a mouse, you can 180 in an instant and just shotgun a guy when he rolls up behind you in art table shuffle. But on a, you know, like on a paddle, like I feel like it'd be hopeless. Like,
it depends. I mean, our game so far is a very fast-pacing game in some levels, as you both seen, and the community here has seen on the chat. And I think the most fun of this game that we have the experience of talking to a lot of people, and the feedback overall has been saying that even if you die, a lot of times you get a lot of fun out of it. Because it's a very team-based as well type of game, so you need to actually start working with people instead of just going for kills to get the objectives done. And I think that brings a more experience overall of making these make the players feel like this is more fun than just like going for King of the Hill without purpose, or capture the flag, CTF, and just going around and no one helps. So the game works in a way that everyone needs to get together, and in the end, even if you don't, you still get to enjoy a lot of the twerks and little details and all that kind of stuff in the game.
Mindscape asks here, do you think that multiplayer only might have hurt your sales, or would you think that a single player mode would have helped the game kind of find more people enjoy that aspect as well?
As for the sales and having like not many people right now, I'll say this: the month of December is a really tricky month to release games, and we only got to know that afterwards. and because coverage for games and stuff like that is very limited, because everyone is going on will go on holidays, and and then we will be kind of like old news on the next month. So that's why we are trying to contact magazines and the community and trying to be active, so that we don't end up being old news too fast. But other than that, I mean,
Yeah.
we just trying to do what we can, basically.
Great, great. Pedro, we're just spamming in the channel right now, the Steam community, the forum that you were mentioning, where people can actually leave their feedback and let them know. Guys, if you want to click that link right there real fast, you guys can actually obviously leave your own ideas and comments and thoughts about the game. If you are passionate about the game, give that link a chance and write a couple of words down. Pedro himself earlier was saying, though, everyone that writes anything, it will get read. It's just a question of time. If they had more people, obviously it would happen faster. And things like I think it's a fantastic thing that this small. I guess it shows at the end of the day that you guys are a small community, a small group, a small team where questions can kind of be asked around quickly to the right person without having to go from one department to the other and kind of get lost and then. I think it shows how the game as a whole, it's very clean, very polished. It still needs a lot more, but I think it does show how you guys have got things, like the great majority of things are done. As I said, the maps, well, obviously the graphically the game is fantastic. The soundtrack is amazing. But also, I think what you guys managed to do, I stream a whole variety of different games, and a lot of times it's difficult for me to learn new maps. If I played 3-4 new games in a week, then there's a lot of new kind of environment, and sometimes things are just too heavy. In case of the Mean Greens, anybody that starts to play the Mean Greens within, dare I say, an hour, they've got pretty much all the maps figured out as far as their basic concepts. Where do I go? What do I need to do? Where are most dangers coming from? I think that in itself, the simplicity really works well with the game. So I think you guys are to be congratulated there.
Oh, thank you very much. That means a lot to us. I mean, that is one of the things that we try to make work right since the beginning, is make everything work for everyone, and new players, even for new players that never played this type of game. We try to make it as friendly as possible.
Yeah, for sure.
You can even see the manual we did.
There's a manual?
Yeah, there's a manual inside the game. Like in the menu.
Okay.
There's a menu you can actually see, which is hand drawn by me. So like the character moves and all kind of stuff. So
Did you know about this, snibro?
Yeah, I have seen it briefly.
You have? Okay.
So we try to make this as best experience as possible for new players, not just for the players that just bought this game to play and were experienced on other games, but like actual new players that never played this kind of thing. Again, we're trying to make a funny game, a very attractive game to be something that you can play with your friends anytime, to be having fun by yourself or with your family if you want to as well. It's something very cozy, very coming naturally. And of course there's like violence, but not that type of violence that you see on other games with blood spatters and all that kind of stuff flying around, which I quite like, but I didn't add any to the game, so...
Right, awesome.
But yeah...
snibro, go ahead.
If you got... Yeah, Go ahead.
I'm kind of curious. Are you guys recording any statistics, such as like number of times a map's been played or kills with each weapon type or anything like that?
I cannot be sure about that. Like I said, we are a small team and we are working towards the new maps and animations and networking, which has proved to be a real problem so far. The networking issues we are having, which are kind of baffling us. So I'm not quite sure if we are doing those kind of statistics. That is something that Ashen could probably answer better than me.
Fantastic. I think, Pedro, I really genuinely mean this. I think it's a fantastic game. It just pains me very, very personally to know that there is, on any given time period, one, maybe two servers where I could jump from. And I don't want to say I know everybody, that's the biggest lie ever, but I know a decent number of people on a consistent level where I just and we all share a lot of love for this game. And again, every day I meet people who have just bought the game or somehow got some keys for the game. It doesn't even matter. And everybody that knows the game, they have nothing but amazing feedback to give. That being said, though, there continue to be issues. Ever since yesterday, I believe, the last thing that this game needs is to have this, I call it the invisibility bug. There are people running around with their shotguns, shooting people, and all you can see is the shotgun. And I don't mind this too much, but what I'm saying here is that the few people that do play this game, if they don't like, let me put it this way. There was a patch here on Twitch. We even called it on Twitch here on the Spear Shaker channel. We even ended up calling it the Tonight patch because it was always meant to come out tonight. And tonight, it was about the nerfing the flamethrower, and there are a whole bunch of other issues, but major nerf needed to happen to the flamethrower. And I remember back in the day, a lot of people would actually say, you know what, this game is fantastic, but I'm not going to play this anymore because the game just isn't, it's just too buggy. People just be wrecking kids with a flamethrower, and it's just not balanced, and there are these issues. So what I'm saying here is, now that the Tonight patch is live, the flamethrower has been nerfed, thank goodness, and yeah, nobody uses a flamethrower anymore unless you're on deep freeze or lighting candles, and that's the way it should be, I think.
Yes, it's a very our decisions that we had to come by and pull forward to make after the game released. Some of them were good, some of them were bad. Again, I apologize for everyone that may feel like it's not a game that you do not want to continue. Although I have something personal to say, and this is not for my team. We are an indie team, again. I'm going to phrase that over and over again. Where people have been saying, and I quote from many Steam comments, that our game has more value than a $50 game than Star Wars Battlefront. They came out and did not have any content or fun. So again, this is my personal view on the situation, that people are kind of being harsh, to be honest, with us. We are a new team and we did something that's kind of high quality, and of course we have problems, but it's like you guys know that this kind of stuff is kind of normal. And the price range you're paying for this kind of game, like I said, it's very good for these kind of things, and you still have fun, and people are giving up the game. And I know this personally because I've seen some situation answers on the on Steam from people that wanted to just say bad about our game just to get their money back.
Oh,
To
wow.
buy another game. Yes, that has happened a lot.
Wow.
I can give you an example of one kid that wanted his money back, and he stupidly, I'm just gonna say stupidly because there's no other way. I'm sorry if I'm saying bad things about people, but stupidly say the soundtrack of our game was dumb.
No.
Yes. We contacted that person, and he got very scared because he didn't think that the devs of the game would contact him, and he told us that I only say that because I wanted the money back to buy another game.
Yeah.
So again, it's a very hard thing to keep up with the community sometimes, because there's people who really enjoy and understand our position as an indie team, and there's some people who are, I'm just gonna phrase it, evil. They don't care about helping the team. They just want to experiment and then get the money back and buy another game immediately.
Yeah.
So basically, there's this nowadays. There's a lot of, at least from my point of view of understanding, there's a lot of people who do not want to support the team just for supporting, and they know that we can do a better job if they give it a chance, and we can. We have shown on the last month and on December, when we released the game, that we have been giving help to the community when we can, very quickly so as well.
Yeah, fantastic. That actually makes me very sad. Again, personally, I have zero experience with this kind of issue. But then again, it is the internet, and like I said, kids will be kids, and there's always going to be the best and the worst out there. That does make that it. Yeah, like I said, there's free to play games, and people spend money and then they want to try this, and the Steam kind of plays it a little bit easy there as well. I understand where you're coming from there, Pedro, for sure. I actually understand where you're coming from. Let me say this though, as far as like the maps are concerned, the gameplay is concerned, I think again, from the first day that I personally played this game, I always found that the game was very polished. I know that this last very, very large patch that came out, it really did settle a lot of things. Like I said, people aren't just ruining others' enjoyment because they have a flamethrower. Now people have to kind of aim properly and use the map and use obstacles. I think the game is very rich in that aspect, very strategic, more maps than others. Each map is very unique, very different. I think, again, as far as the whole world of the Mean Greens goes, it is a very rich environment. I also bought or pre-ordered and paid, I guess, for this very expensive game called Star Wars Galaxies, with Star Wars Galaxies, I do apologize, Star Wars Battlefront. And that game, it has basically 3 maps, and that's it, and then just tinier versions of the same maps. Here, you guys have come up with each map is very, very unique, very different, very, as I said earlier, very easy to understand. But there is a lot more to it than just that $10 indie game that you can find in competition, I guess. How are you guys doing with regards to? I don't want to ask for like spoilers or anything, but you guys are clearly making new maps, making new game modes. Is there anything at all that you can like hint towards?
Yes, I can actually speak about that. I actually asked Ashton yesterday about it, if I could say anything about it. So we have 3 new maps planned. I'll talk about 2 of the new maps. One map is the attic map. There's no name for it. It's just attic.
Oh wow!
No name for now. And then there's the map that's the sandbox map. So these 2 maps are gonna be new, and they're gonna include vehicles.
Oh,
basically.
wow! Fantastic! That is exciting! Snibro, what are your thoughts on that?
Are there any concerns about maybe the TAM players blending in on the sandbox map a little too much?
We are trying to figure out a way to avoid that as much as possible. What we may end up with is changing the textures of the sand or light settings to make it more bearable for the 10 team. But that's a good question, and that's something that we are gonna see to it and what we can do about it.
It is something that has been brought up before, has it not, Snebro? Where it's preferable to be tan than it is green because tan sometimes can blend just a little bit more and give you that extra edge.
Yeah, overall, they've done a very good job with the color schemes and stuff, but there are a couple of scenarios where I do have a preference over which team I'm playing on.
Right. Yes, that is something that has been brought up sometimes, and for example, I think you mean for one of the maps you mean most about that is the football table map. I think. If I'm not right, you can correct me.
It's my favorite map.
Yes, we had a lot of issues with that map. People saying that the A stacks near the walls, people would get confused and not to see the temp team because they would blend in too well against the A stacks and you cannot see them properly.
Yes.
So that is something that we got around, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. We did try to darken the surroundings and darken the textures to make it easier for the eye and for you to spot the temp teams. But if you have any opinions you want to give about that type of thing, we are open to any ideas you might want to give about that.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's something I might do a forum post about because I have quite a few different scenarios, and discussing them here, it'd be a little too much, I think. But now that I know that you guys read the Steam forums, I'll probably put the post there.
Yes, we do. I mean, we have here a person chat, Jamie, that has been answering some questions. He's our lead animator on our team, and is one of the persons on the Steam forums that's answering people and getting around and getting everything known to anyone who has any difficulties with the game. He's a great guy. He won't bite you. So
we have Mr. Gaming Gargoyle here in chat who asks, are there any plans for expanding the game with military ranks? Things like Corporal, Sergeant, Performance Awards?
We did something like that for, what's it called? The badges. Steam badges. We did that kind of ranking. You just said the Corps Sergeant and Commander and so on and so on. That is something that I do not know if we are going to be implementing in game as of right now. If it's something that's highly requested, I think we might perhaps think about it. But it is something that I do not know or I'm not aware of as of right now. Maybe Jamie can give you a little help about that if he knows.
Nice.
But for my part, I can say that as of right now, we don't have anything worked for it right now. I believe.
Great.
At least I didn't do any graphics for it yet.
There's nothing There's nothing down the pipeline. Snebro, go ahead, brother.
I'm just kind of curious, like, has the team come up with any theories as to why the player base isn't really, like, there? Like, you're not really getting the kind of sustain this game seems to deserve,
Yeah, it
It's
deserves.
a very hard, and I agree with you. It's a very hard situation that we are in right now. Although it's not so bad, we believe it's not so bad because we are a new team, an indie team, and it's very hard for you to get noticed out there. I mean,
It's a lot of
today's
competition.
time, yeah, a lot of competition. I mean, Steam has games coming out almost every 3 days to 2 to 3 days every week. I mean, that's impressive. That's a lot of competition.
What?
Although we believe, as I told you before, that December might have been a bad time to release the game, but we are trying to come up with ways to get around that and going to conventions.
How about a tournament? Is it too early to speak about a tournament, the Mean Greens tournament, where I don't know, somehow somebody can invest some money and come up with a prize pool and just make the game, just get a spotlight somewhere, be it on Twitch, be it yeah, I don't know.
We have tried a lot of Twitch. I mean, we have really tried. I mean, Ashton and other team members have been getting like up all night on Twitch TV trying to do everything and trying to contact people. And we had a lot of people on Twitch TV. We are thankful for that. Transmitted our game and played our game. It was amazing, but we came to a conclusion that Twitch TV does not bring a player base that's consistent to the game at all. An example is we had this one person who had 20,000 people watching, and that number didn't transmit at all towards the player base. So we are kind of thinking of new ways to do that. The tournaments that you told me about just now might be a good idea if there's more people interested in doing. I believe what he meant more is like us creating a forum chat maybe for weekends and say that there's gonna be a competition and who wins this gets like a number of keys. I believe that type of thing. But I'm not quite sure if we are gonna do that right now. It's something to think about. Yes, that is true.
I think that would be fantastic. Completely, Pedro, completely on the fly, like pretty much everything we've done here for the last hour now already. I think maybe some kind of weird sponsor like Mattel that would kind of see themselves within the game that you guys are delivering. I know some kind of sponsor that would bring about a tournament and just give the game an extra little umph, because like I said, you guys, when people find the game, and you did bring across a very poor example of that one kid who just wanted to play and test things, I guess. But as far as I personally am concerned, everyone that I speak to, and I do this a lot, I guess. The people that find the game, they love the game. And then they have, complaints about maybe patchwork and this and that. But once they find it, they actually love it. And then they become, I guess, demanding because they're passionate about the game. Here is no gray. You either love the game or you don't love the game. You're not just like whatever about the game. So if the more people that find this game, the more people that hear about the game, I think that'll bring more people into this community. And then people like Snibro and Spahi can just like headshot them all the time and things.
Again, it's something that's for the moment is out of our hands because we are not gods and we cannot say you're not going to serve us forever. You know, hopefully the pace is going to pick up soon with some things that are going to come out. I can say from one of the persons who are asking about is it going to be gender locked. I can tell you that we have something planned for that. That's gonna be released very soonish, I believe.
Oh, fantastic.
So,
guys, you heard it here first on the Spear Shaker universe. There's a lot cooking. The devs are like Pedro is kind of like, I want to say so much, but I can't. That's fantastic.
Yes, I'm kind of like not trying to give like too much, but I'm gonna give you like some
just
answers,
a little teaser
because well, I can talk about the levels we are doing, the vehicles and then some kind of stuff, but some other things that I think I cannot spoil much right now because we are not sure if it's gonna work, and then I'm just giving false information then.
Okay.
I don't want to have people confused
for
saying
sure
that I said something and then we are not doing.
That's fun. Thank you for sharing so much as it is, Pedro. And like I said, we've been doing this for an hour now. I'm still good to go. I'm sure snibro is good to go. If you want to cut it short, or not short, but if you want to call it a day, Pedro, by all means, you know, we're very thankful for your very generous time here.
No, I'm fine. Thank you very much for for being so nice. No, I still have some time.
Fantastic.
Free. I still got an hour.
Great
or
stuff.
So free.
Thank you so much, Pedro.
Yeah, like I told you, we are a small team and we are working every day.
Yeah.
I'm still working today.
Yeah, and I'm sure you've also got a million different projects on the side and things and what have you. And our beloved, we're a very human only channel here on Twitch, but we do have one special robot called the 258. He asks, will the game have a switchable first to third person setting, also similar to H1Z1, where you can go from first person to third person and kind of make that work, or is this always going to be third person?
That is something, again, a question more towards our program team, because I do not know and I cannot answer that because I do not really know how to answer that. I think the question has been brought before, but
okay.
I cannot say if we have an answer for that because I really do not. Maybe Jamie here could answer that question better than me if he's around to answer on the chat.
Fantastic. Let's get another thing. So these new maps that are in the making, are these like on a personal level for you? Are these gonna be another another challenge, or are we gonna get I don't want to say more of the same, in the sense that like every map is very different, but you kind of you keep it very much in this very friendly theme, this very nostalgic, melancholic theme. This is obviously going to continue with the attic and with the sandbox, right?
Yes, we are gonna keep the same theming of like. It's very home-like kind of scenario. The best way to talk about it is just say that we are playing a scenario like Toy Story, kind of feel. That's the best example I can give for anyone that might be confused by all words. It's more of a Toy Story. You have toys that come alive.
Oh,
and
fantastic!
They have this scene that they have to play inside the rooms of like your childhood room.
That is fantastic.
That you had, or your attic where your parents keep all your or theirs things they had from their childhood. For example, the attic. We are going to do something based off sci-fi, for example.
Oh wow.
And it's gonna be airplane based kind of level, so you're gonna fly around.
Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. I mean, I was I don't know who I was speaking to. This was last week sometime, I guess. With regards to the mean greens, things like I don't know, because you just mentioned Toy Story here, Pedro. Next time, like Disney or those huge corporations do something like that, I think you guys should, I guess, kind of get involved with it. Like, dare I say, I would love for if I go and take my children to McDonald's and get them a Happy Meal, and if they win like a CD, I keep calling it a CD key, like the Mean Greens key, because Toy Story 27 is out or whatever. Like these kinds of partnerships, again, just to spread the word, would benefit you guys immensely, because again, you guys have, as far as I'm concerned, a beautiful product. Again, it's a breath of fresh air, and it's just great to have this different aspect to the first person shooter world, which in this case is actually a third person shooter world. But still, it's you guys deserve, for what you already have, you deserve a lot more attention. And yeah, like I said, I hope that you guys make good partnerships with things that are very similar to you. You know, like Toy Story, for instance. The moment Toy Story comes up with a new movie, I don't know if that's even in the happening or not, you guys need to immediately be in touch with those guys, because it's the same universe, right?
About that, again, thank you for the kind words, but I'm going to be honest and tell you that the movie industry doesn't work quite like that. They don't actually work so closely with the game industry, so it's kind of hard to get either noticed or a placement alongside people that have a long career into these things. It would be nice, I mean, if they'd love to work with us, but to cut the answer short is that it's going to be very hard for them to notice us and actually give us a chance. Because it's very hard in this industry, especially for a team like ours, which is like very new, to get like a sponsor like that, or someone that shows an interest to go and work on a movie. Movies are very hard to work with, and you need like specialized people. Normally Hollywood or Disney or Pixar, they want very specialized people. I do believe we can do a really good job if they contract us, but it is something that's really hard to do without the contacts.
Snibro.
It's something that's higher up in the industry for doing a new Toy Story kind of movie, like you're saying. So there's hope. I'm just not sure if it's gonna happen or not.
Sure.
Be really cool though.
Snibro.
Have you guys considered the possibility of maybe like a free-to-play weekend when the maps are released?
That's something that we are looking into.
Fantastic.
Me and Ashton have talked about it, and we are looking into doing a free weekend kind of possibility, alongside with maybe the tournament.
Fantastic.
So the tournament is something that hasn't been really talked about, but it is something that we can implement together with the free-to-play weekend, perhaps, and that is something that the community can tell us if they would prefer that or not, or if they feel like the free-to-play people don't have the rights to play against the people who played for the game, and all that kind of like confusion that goes on with with people who paid for the game in Downs for just 1 week.
Oh, that's fantastic news. Wow. Grog258 asks, he heard the possibility of community-made maps. Would you implement that into the game, like mods?
There is something that has been said about that. Yes, I think I've seen the comments on the actual Steam community page, and the thing about that is that as of right now, it is something that's very, very, and I mean very hard to do, to make the game open for people to make mods for it. It is something that we do not have the resources as of right now to give people a chance to implement the game. If we were a bigger studio with 30 programmers, maybe, but as of right now, it is impossible. Basically, it is impossible because it involves a lot of work that we don't have time to grab right now, since we want to launch the game also for consoles, which is taking a lot of work as well, because consoles, believe it or not, are hard to make the ports from PC, the PC port to consoles is very hard to do, especially when you have like maybe problems with some bugs that do not work well on UE4 to port for PlayStation 4 or Xbox. So again, that's something that the programmers on my team know more about it, but from what I know, it is very hard to do.
Fantastic. Kita, welcome. We've got a lot of people coming into the stream here right now, guys. We're welcome everybody. If you've just tuned into the stream, we're interviewing, and when I say we, obviously Snibro and myself here. We're interviewing Pedro here, the lead 2D designer or graphic designer of the Mean Greens, who is with us. He's taken the time to stop doing all his precious and important things to come and say hello to us and answer any question that you guys might have. Feel free to ask away as you wish, and we're going to carry on here for a little bit longer here. We've been doing this for an hour and 17 minutes now. I've been having a lot of time. I genuinely thank you all here, Snibro and Pedro, for your precious time and your input and all that good stuff. Let's go on with more questions here. What do we have here?
I was kind of curious. Have you guys established how you're going to release the maps? Will it be like 3 at a time, or all 9, or just one every now and then as it's finished?
No, it's gonna. I believe that's a good question. Actually, I'm not quite sure, but I believe we are gonna make a big release when the consoles come out, because that's our objective right now. Is we are gonna make the maps are gonna be a really big release, because they are maps and they are something that's quite hard to do. So that's gonna be viewed as like a new release of the game for consoles. So that's gonna be our advertisement strong point when we do that, and we want to be sure it's gonna get people's attention. So I believe it's gonna be coming out all together.
Fantastic. Are you guys going to be putting the special little secrets in the new maps with regards to like flag? I love the way how there are flags on the 4 flags of the 4 countries where the developers team comes from. These little nuances.
I didn't think anyone noticed that.
Yeah, well, the thing for me, of course, is if I see Portugal anywhere, it's like, wait a minute, what is going on here right now? And yeah, if you ask enough questions, you get some answers, I guess. So if you keep that going, that subliminal messaging, I guess, then that is fantastic.
Yeah, thanks, man. I mean, again, we are trying to make this feel like an awesome experience for everyone.
Mindscape earlier was asking about things like the Mean Greens 2 possibly coming down the road. Would that be something you guys would even consider? Is it too early to even talk about, to even think about that?
I can tell you right now, it's something that's really early to talk about yet.
Okay.
So I cannot say anything about it because
Let's just polish the diamond a little bit more before we think about making other jewels, I guess, then, huh?
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
We do have other projects that Virtual Placement is planning to do besides Mean Greens, but that's all in secret right now. So.
Okay. Well, I mean, earlier you were asking, you were talking about your freedom. That you had, you and I guess the whole team, from a creative point of view. Let me ask you, I guess the opposite side here. Like, where were your, I guess in your own department, your biggest limitations as far as what you wanted to do and what you kind of ended up being able to do?
Sorry.
Or did you end up actually being able to do everything that you wanted to do in this game? In the sense that all your visions, all your ideas, all your initial thoughts, were you able to actually fulfill them, or is it like you still have something that you would like to implement in a map or so? That you think you haven't had the chance to do?
It is something that personally, I think there's a lot more I could do as a visual artist, because there's always something that could be tweaked about the light, there's something always that could be tweaked about the colors. But again, that's a decision that every team, even if our team had to do it and others do it as well, even the like bigger teams do it, that there's a point where overworking something sometimes do not make a good product in the end. So it is good to step back and look at the overall thing that we did, and we were pretty proud, even though there were like few tweaks that we could have done much better. For I believe in graphics, that's what I'm talking about, my perspective about graphics and sound. But everything is where it should be. Everything works well. Again, for an indie game like this, it's pretty. It was a pretty big achievement for all of us, I believe. So it is a type of thing that it's going to be in the back of our minds, and I believe that by showing the community that by doing updates, almost always. Like actually responding and hearing the community.
Yes.
And going to Twitch, even talking to everyone, shows everyone that we are actually just not considering our own opinion for getting the game better, but also the community for everyone to enjoy the game.
No, fantastic. I thank you dearly. Snibro, do you want to add anything to this?
I was just curious, is there any potential for like new features this late into the process, maybe like a mini map or another weapon, anything along those lines?
That is something that I cannot be entirely sure, because the new maps and other publicity things that we are trying to do right now, as well as the gender thing that has been said before, are the things that we are trying to push forward right now. Other than that, I cannot tell you for sure that there's going to be any more things that we can do as of right now, because of time-wise and things that we got to finish, because we are trying to for now finish a lot of stuff and get back to some of the errors and mostly the servers and stuff like that we are having troubles. And then getting all that stuff first sorted out is our priority.
Yeah, fantastic. Guys, we're listening to Pedro here and Snibro. Pedro has been awesome enough to confirm to us that we have three new maps, and we can actually confirm that one of them is going to be Attic map, with a name yet to be, I guess, kind of like tweaked. The other map, of course, is the sandbox map, I should say. So those two alone make me very, very, very happy. I can only but imagine what map number 3 has in store for us.
These are I have also to comment on that. These are new maps, but they have new type of gameplay. In that gameplay is going to be around vehicles, basically. Those two maps.
Fantastic.
So the sandbox, for example, is going to have jeeps for you to get across the
Oh
map.
wow!
So basically,
like sand dunes. Can you imagine that, Snibro? Like it's sandbox mini, so it's gonna be like sand. It's gonna be like the desert somehow. That's gonna be fantastic. Oh wow! Oh, thank you so much, Pedro. That's
trying to give some news back to the community.
yeah, for sure.
We have another map that is not yet. It's still in the workings, so we are trying to actually get past the concept stage.
Okay.
To actually see something that works.
Kita Aras here from the Netherlands asks, Pedro, will there be an outer space map?
Ooh, outer space map. There is something... I can say that we do not.
Okay.
But there is something sci-fi-ish planned for the Attic map. We are not sure if we are going to be able to implement it yet, so I cannot give you any guarantees, but it's gonna have something that's space themed there, if that helps, or if that helps you like more than a map. I have an outer space kind of feel.
Pedro, let me also let you know that you're not alone as far as the developing team goes anymore. We've got Jamie here in chat, so he's obviously also typing away. I wanted you to know this.
Yes, I already...
okay.
Good
stuff.
I already said before that there's Jamie, our lead animator.
That's the lead animator. Okay, good show. Thank you so much, Jamie. Awesome work, brother. Fantastic, man. Again, Snibro and myself, we love this game a lot. We play the heck out of this game. We stream this game pretty much on a daily basis, and yeah, we thank you sincerely for bringing out again an amazing product which is very different from what anybody else is doing right now, and as such, it's just such a. I use this term a lot because I really feel like it's just a breath of fresh air. It's great to have this product and to see it grow, and that's what I guess what we all want this to do is just to explode, right, Snibro?
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Mm-hmm. Also, if anyone wants to try the game or see more about it, we are going to be going to PAX East. That happens in Boston this year. I cannot remember now the date. I think it's in April that we're going to be showing the game also. If anyone's interested in visiting us over there, you're welcome to come and talk to us. The whole team is going to be there, I believe.
Oh, wow.
Will this be the first time the entire team has actually gotten together in person?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic! GG!
For some, the whole team, I'm not sure, but the majority of the team is going to be together, yes.
Oh, that's going to be great. Oh, Boston. GG. Fantastic
Yeah,
stuff.
Exist. So we are gonna perhaps have some cosplaying of our game there. Not quite
Oh,
sure yet how that
wow.
is going. Uh, but yeah, it's something that we are working towards to bring the name of the game to go up. Because like you guys have been saying before that we have this problem right now that the community is not participating as much as they should, and that's kind of a downside to us because we believe, and you guys also believe, that this game is more worth than what it is being represented of right now in the market, and but as I said before, we are trying everything possible
Fantastic.
to make this game reach everyone, but it's just very hard at the moment since we seem to have some missing some skills on marketing as of right now. But we are also learning as we go.
Absolutely, absolutely. Spahi here asks, is there going to be like any chance of a melee weapon? Um,
I can say that we had a melee weapon type of thing, I believe, before, but I'm not entirely sure. Again, that's something that Jamie might answer better than me, perhaps.
okay, Jamie, if you're out there, like, is there a chance? Let's see if we can make this work here. Just give it a couple of seconds.
Yeah, like I said, is like the whole team is very busy working.
I can imagine. Where's
Even
Jamie located? Is he North America as well?
Yeah, North America.
So who have you got from Australia then? Who's down under?
In London?
No, from Australia. You guys have someone
Australia
from Australia.
is our lead 3D environment artist.
Okay.
Sam.
Sam. Okay.
Yeah, Sam.
Sam is the one responsible for the painting on our table shuffle, and I think he shows up one other place too. Oh, a spelling test on the refrigerator of Kitchen Run.
Oh, does he?
Yes.
Yeah, Snibro with his quick eyesight.
Which ones did you just say?
Sam, like I noticed on Art Table Shuffle, there's that painting. It looks like it's done by a child, but it says by Sam, age 23. And then on Kitchen Run, there's like a spelling test with very simple words, done by Sam.
Okay. I do not remember if that was me or Sam. I know he modeled the paper sheet, but I don't know who did the texture. So I don't remember. It's one of those small things that we had to do for the game. It was actually done in the beginning of the game, but I don't remember who it was. So I will not take credit for it. So.
But actually, a bit of a troll too, because on the same refrigerator, there's also another test with like some questions, and one of them something about having someone do Q&A, and then the answer was troll them. Yeah.
Oh wow! Nice, Snibro.
I think that was me actually.
Yeah.
I'm not like I said. I did a lot of things for this. I can even say that I did a Jesus toaster thing. Jesus toaster, yeah.
Oh wow!
So that wasn't implemented because of like problems that we could add later on. But we did a lot of things, and we had to decide which ones we were going to implement and the ones we weren't. So there were a lot of decisions that we had to do for the creative process of the game.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well,
there's definitely a lot of Easter eggs out there.
Yeah, for sure. It's like I said, it's I love it so much. It's great.
If you want to know the most of our active members of our team, it's very easy. You just need to go to the kitchen map and in the freezer map, and
Yeah.
our names are kind of like on the
you got
on the packaging.
Pedro's ice cream, Pedro's taquitos. I think Jamie's got a couple. Jamie's macaroni and something else too.
There's
Oh,
Pizza
fuck!
Sam.
I feel like I've never played this game now. I feel really bad.
Yeah, there's these little Easter eggs
This is good.
here and there. So.
Yeah, great stuff.
What else I can say? The Easter eggs. If I can find one now that we did.
Yes, that's what Mindscape says here. All this detail is a genius for us gamer nerds, right? I mean, that is what we love. I guess that's the cherry on the cake, is it not? These little bits and pieces.
There's also one that I don't know if many people noticed that it's a birthday map. There's these birthday cards around, and there's one of the grumpy lion. The grumpy lion doesn't wish you happy birthday.
Okay.
So those kind of things, and there's this card that's happy birthday.
Happy Bear Day. Oh, good stuff.
There's a bear on the cards, basically. So these little things that we did that we also thought it was fun because it would make people feel like more like this is a fun environment and not so serious.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
absolutely.
definitely shows you went the extra mile. You know, all these little things.
Let me see the birthdays. No, not really more. The birthday map, Christmas level. Again, the Christmas level has other kind of things around, like the fireplace. I can say that Off the Rails. I say Christmas, but the official name Off the Rails was one of the hardest maps to make work correctly because the camera and the actual train moving on the server was very hard to accomplish that. I can say that.
I feel like it's the room that moves around the train in actuality, though, right?
Yes, yeah, that's exactly. I think that's it. I remember that it was a huge issue to make it work because UE4 and didn't have the support for this kind of thing at the time. We tried to make the map.
Wow. It's actually the room that moves, is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, GG.
That's one of the maps that's most heavy.
You guys are playing Jedi mind tricks on me right now. That's pretty sick.
Just tricks of the trades.
Yeah, I'm just a noob. I'm just a Padawan right now. I just feel really, really bad at it.
Yeah, like I said, we have a very talented team. That's actually come from all the place also, not just from the other project we worked on together. But a lot of people here are very talented, and they are very enthusiastic about learning new ways to actually do these new ideas. Another one was getting the foosball table ball working.
Oh. Yeah.
Because it was not, you could not move the ball before, and then we thought, okay, let's see what makes it work, and we got around to the problem and made it possible to actually make a level based off of how many goals you score inside the level. So that brought like a new experience to the whole thing, I believe.
Fantastic. It's my favorite map, that football map. It's where I get the most kills on. I don't know, I just grab the AR and I just sit there and it's boom, 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 take people down. It's easily... What's your favorite map, Zebra? I don't even know.
It's got to be our table shuffle, just because, you know, the free for all, you don't have to be worried about team balance so much. But second favorite's definitely Tabletop Wars.
Okay.
Tabletop was one of the first maps, and the art table was the last map done.
Wow. Close the circle right there, huh, Snibro?
So Tabletop is like the second map done, I believe, or it's one of the first maps that we actually got finished. And then the art table was like the last map that we did. It was quite a challenge. A lot of environmental things. We tried to make it very colorful. compared to the other maps. The other maps were more realistically done. You had like these places with a lot of like things you know, whereas the art tape shuffle is more of a artistically vision of like a child that plays in this messy table with a lot of like different models and plastic things around paint and it'll make it feel like something that's that the kid just threw around on the table and but still making sense as a game level, as a level for free for all.
Are any of these new? I'm sorry. Are any of these new maps going to be free for all?
I do not know.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest with you and say no. The sandbox map is gonna be CTF or King
Capture
of
the
Deal.
Flag.
Either CTF or King of Deal.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure right now. It's still in development. We might change it to a totally new type of gameplay. Like the foosball table. The attic is gonna be free for all, I believe.
Oh, fantastic!
Because it's gonna be airplanes that are gonna be flying around in the attic.
Oh, fantastic! Oh, Pedro, I love you, brother. Oh, GG. Oh, good. First Jeeps and now aeroplanes. Oh, good stuff, huh, Snibro? I can see your smile on your face there, Snibro. I see it, man. You're excited about that.
Should be very interesting.
It's gonna be very hard, though. It's gonna be very hard to maneuver.
Spy's gonna be wondering, how do I headshot people while piloting my airplane and things? So. You know what, guys? We've been doing this for quite a bit, guys. If you have any last questions for Pedro here, everybody's time is extremely precious here. Pedro's been extremely generous with a lot of his time here. If you have any more last-minute questions, please get them in right now. We're playing interview games with one of the developers, namely the 2D lead artist, the 2D graphic designer of the Mean Greens, the game that Snibro and myself, we both love to play. If you want to ask him any questions about, you know, anything, it doesn't even necessarily have to be about this game, I guess. You know, please go ahead and do so, because we will be shutting it down pretty soon. Snibro, please go ahead.
I just want to say, even though I've been playing, it's going to be, I think, 170 hours now that I put into the game.
Oh, wow.
I'm still picking up some of the details, too. Like, I noticed yesterday, even though it's my second favorite map, tabletop, that you actually have, like, seams in the ground, because it's, you know, it's a board game, so the board has to be able to fold. So it's, you know, I thought that was a really clever touch.
All right, thank you. That's something that I added to make it look like an actual board.
Very easy to overlook, but when you see it, you're like, wow, that's smart. Yeah.
Yeah. That again, it's a lot of little details that we did to make this look good, and it's very reassuring for us to hear the fans also saying that they noticed them and they actually think it's cool to see this kind of stuff.
I'm a fan of this game, but I only have 70 hours of gameplay into this game, so I'm sad about that. Snibro doubles me there. Good shit, Snibro. Good shit. Respect.
Yeah, as the Unreal Tournament 4 engine comes out, like with new updates and stuff, will those be like added in the game when applicable?
If there's no bugs, because Unreal 4 Engine has a big problem. Then when they release something out, a new update, there's gonna be some bugs, like it can be related to servers or just the gameplay, or they change the key on the whole script of programming. So when there's an update like that, well, we set it aside to test it out first before launching like an actual update with it to see if everything is working well beforehand.
I've noticed that, like, I'll play Unreal Tournament, the new one that's like an alpha or whatever, and your game runs so much better than, you know, the game that the engine's being like built around. Essentially, like the optimizations you must have done, because your maps are significantly more complicated than the Unreal Tournament maps at present. Like, you're basically building a level within inside of a level. There's the room, then there's whatever you're playing on within the room. It's very impressive how.
Thank you. It took some work. I mean, we have to thank our programming team who did a nice job on that. I'm not quite sure what they did, but they did a good job on it apparently. Again, like we tried to use a large, simple geometry here and make the textures come alive, and maybe that's one of the reasons why our game is less taxing than the Unreal Tournament, perhaps, on the graphics, but we do not know for sure.
GG, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for all your questions, for everything here. If there's a last question, we've also got some of Pedro's friends here, Lu and Cookie Z, Braga. Okay, Viva Portugal. It's something that we haven't done at all here, guys. If you want to speak in this channel at any time in German, you can speak to me in German, and I'll answer you in German. If you want to speak to me in na língua de Camões, then speak to me in Portuguese, and I will speak to you back to you in Portuguese. Grog says grande abraço. It's the only thing he knows how to say in Portuguese. It's so beautiful. Guys, if there is anything else, snibro, do you want to add anything to anything here?
I think Pedro's really done a great job answering everything. He's definitely answered all of my questions.
For sure. I thank you very much. As I said, Pedro, snibro is actually exceptionally talented at this game. He plays this a lot, and he's very chilled. He streams this game pretty much every day, and he's always in contact with new people playing the game. He for sure sees this game with a lot more strategic eyes than I do. I mean, if anybody wants to sit down with snibro and say things about bathtub, snibro has ideas about bathtub, which I think actually would make the game, or that map, I should say, at least interesting. Snibro is very.
If you want to say something about the map, you're welcome to say. There's no worries about say any criticism about the map, snibro. So.
Yeah.
If you want to ask something.
I mean, it's just like it kind of plays at a sort of slow pace, especially compared to all the other maps right now. And you're almost like discouraged from getting in the ducks, because you know when you go by that enemy base, they're like the defender's advantage is very strong. You're at a disadvantage shooting all on its own, right? Because the duck is moving, and so that makes it harder to shoot out of. Then you have people, on the top shelf, very top shelf, that can see right into your duck. There's nowhere you can stand that offers any sort of cover at all. Then you have people that are also in other ducks shooting at you. Like, it's just, you're getting it from all angles, and it's
do you believe if we did a fog particle to phase out the distance would help out for the?
You mean like steam rising up out of the bathtub or something?
Yes, just like above the actual level where you spawn, so you do not snipe from your spawn point across the level.
Oh, that's interesting.
That would definitely. It'd be a step in the right direction for sure, no doubt about it.
Yeah, so that you can snipe from top shelf to top shelf, right, snibro? Is that what you're saying, brother?
Well, that's not the biggest problem, because if you get killed on your own top shelf, you respawn on your top shelf, you jump down anyway. It's not too bad. It's the people that are like on the edge of the shelf, shooting down
on the ducks.
And the ducks and stuff. Also, Spahi was But Spahi was exploiting this one issue where you actually, the shipwrecks that are partially underwater, you can stand underwater, and the water has its own hitbox, which is kind of, the water has waves and such. The hitbox is a little bit above the actual surface of the water, I think. But you can pretty much stand partially submerged and shoot people as they come by, and they pretty much can't shoot you. You can shoot from under the water out, but you can't shoot from above the water in. That's another...
Where does this happen exactly?
You know how there's the shipwrecks? Like, there's the boats that you jump down
yes.
to, and then, the shipwrecks, they're partially, like, they're on an angle, and the back of them is actually underwater. If you're in that part of the shipwreck, you can shoot out. If you go too deep, your vision's actually blurred.
But you're still alive. This is true.
Right, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's a very serious thing that we need to fix. Actually, thanks for letting me know. I had no idea. Actually, one of the things we might do is tilting the boat down and having the less water, so you do not stand inside the water, or every hour that is. That's something that we need to discuss as a team and see what happens.
Right.
But yeah, thanks for the input on that though, because I did not know.
Yeah, no problem. Anything to make the game just that much better than it already is.
Exactly. Like, I'm going to be spamming, guys. I'm spamming the link to the Steam community section where you guys can actually leave your own feedback with regards to the game. Pedro, one of the earliest questions he answered actually was about feedback and how you, the participant in the game, you, the gamer, if there's anything that you guys want to, get the developing team to at least acknowledge or to realize, or if you want to put your own opinion towards this or that, feel free to click that link and just use your keyboard, make sure your fingers tap accordingly and make something actually logical show up. And I'm pretty sure this very small and talented indie team will actually find the time eventually to look at what it is that you have found to write and act accordingly. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
So let's get ready to for these last moments here. Jamie, you're out there in the real world. Is there anything that you want to add here, Cookie, and everybody else? Pedro almost cried when he saw how bad I was in his game. Cookie não joga muito este jogo, portanto, pelo aquilo que parece.
No, she played for like 10 minutes or so.
Okay.
It's normal.
Okay. Cookie, we've got to play together, Cookie, because I suck at this game as well. It's people like Snibro and Spahi which scare me. That's all I have to say about that. Brother Snibro, any last comments that you would like to add, brother?
Just thank you for making such an entertaining game.
Jamie's on right now. If anyone wants
Jamie
to
was AFK. Jamie, if you want to, do you want to add anything, brother, to this? We're very thankful to you, to Pedro, to all of you guys. I really mean this. And let me be as arrogant as to say, whatever it is that you guys end up doing in PAX East, if you guys ever show up in Lisbon, I'm pretty sure that Pedro and myself will be more than willing to kind of show you a good time. Right, Pedro?
Yeah, sure. We might do something like that very soonish.
Yeah, I heard Ashton say that he wanted to visit you one day, and that he would like to visit myself as well. I said, well, if you ever show up on this side of the Atlantic Ocean, I will drive up to Lisbon and I will meet Pedro, and we will have a good time. We'll have some Sagres and Super Brock will be your favorite friends for sure.
I believe he was more interested in your chorizo cooking.
Ah, yes. I have so much. I have so much of good. Yes. Anyway, we don't want to, guys. The mean greens. That's what we're gonna stick to today. Cooking maybe tomorrow. Pedro, are there any last words that you want to say with regards to the community, to the people that are watching us right now?
I just want to say thank you for both of you for giving me this opportunity to come and talk. I personally, this is the first time I came out and talk about the game I worked on and I'm still working on. And I hope everyone enjoys our game and that we are open for questions and opinions to make our game a better experience for everyone. Just please do not be a troll. Because throwing us won't do any good to make the game better in the end. But thank you for everyone for watching and for playing the game also.
Yeah, for sure. We love it. Pedro, like I said, Snibro and myself, we play this game more than we should, I guess. but we do because we love this game. The game feels right. It's a great game to participate in, and I think you guys have done a wonderful job. I'm convinced that not only are you guys going to be polishing this beautiful diamond, but I'm also convinced that you guys have other projects in the pipeline, and practice makes perfect. And if you learn today of mistakes from yesterday, then tomorrow will look even more amazing. So I thank you. I thank Ashton. I hate time zones. I wish Ashton had been here as well. But time zones are a problem, and we live on this global level where times are just different for everybody. But I thank you for your precious time here, Pedro. I thank Snibro as well for taking helping me in doing this. I hope I've helped Snibro in doing this as well. We're all doing this for the love in this very game. There's no other ways about this. I'm going to be shutting down the stream. I'm going to be I have to go pick up my kids from school. Plus it's carnival, so I have to go play clown or something at school.
Wait, is that today, Carnival?
Yeah, it's Tuesday, but my kids are all dressed up and they're all it's almost like they've been drinking coffee. We're going to be hosting Sergio, guys. Sergio's playing H1Z1 right now. He's also a member of the tomfoolery community. We're going to be shutting down the stream. As I said, I've got to go pick up my boys. I thank Pedro a lot, sincerely. I thank Snibro a lot for taking their time to be here with us. And I hope to see you all very, very soon. Pedro, as far as I'm concerned, Snibro, as far as I'm concerned, I'm always ready to do anything like this again, because we're just friends of friends, I guess, and we're in it because we love it. Nothing more, nothing less. So yes, that's all I have to say about that. Let's host our beautiful Sergio. And Believe Nothing Question, we're going to be shutting it down. Believe Nothing Question Everything. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Much love to all of y'all. Old player, you're a crown spear. Gigi Lerera, thank you so much. Cookie, grande abraço para ti também. Eliaward, sim, eu tenho que ir para a escola, tenho que ir buscar os meus filhos e tal. Vocês têm um amigo muito fixe chamado Pedro. Um grande abraço também para ele e essas coisas todas. Guys, I will see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday, and good times await. Thank you so much, and let's shut it down with our outro, just like that. Much love, and see you later.
No, I just want to say thank you to both of you for this opportunity. I also gotta go and start working on some other things. There's like the people who went on the chat right now are like friends of mine who are